Oh, but you're saying Christian Guzman never said he was natural. Are you kidding me? I've seen over 20 videos. Natural in the title. Oh, he used to be a model. So good looking. He's handsome. Great personality. And so what? He's off the hook? How does he deserve special treatment? Coach Greg, and today it's a battle of the fake natties. Bradley Martyn versus Christian Guzman. Who do I think is worse? And so Bradley Martyn posted on Instagram, lifetime natural in caps. And that's cap. But do the people actually know this? For sure, most of the people that follow Bradley Martyn know that he's not actually natural. But he has over 4 million followers. Do you think the average person that sees Bradley Martyn, sees lifetime natural, assumes he's a fake natty? Of course not. The average person, they see that, they read the caption, they're thinking, no, it's natural. And why does he do that? Well, makes for good advertisement. He's selling products. And then if you go into the comment section, Bradley Martyn posts a crying laughing face. And so in doing that, he's kind of saying, well, it's a joke. It's a joke. How many people out of the 4 million followers that he has do you think actually goes and reads the comments to find Bradley Martyn's posting his laughing, crying face? Probably hardly any. And so you're thinking, oh, it's a joke. Everyone knows he's not really natural. You kidding me? Over half the world thinks The Rock is natural. And even more think Chris Hemsworth is actually natural. In comparison, Christian Guzman, who I do think used to be natural, but in the last 3 years has opted to go on PDs, he has significantly less muscle than Bradley Martyn. When you see Bradley Martyn, most people are thinking, really? Natural? Really? Is that possible? Look how big he is. And in comparison, when they see Christian Guzman, they're thinking, well, he's only a little over 180 pounds. Mind you, about 6% body fat, shredded, ready for a show. And so they're thinking, well, people can attain that natural. And so he's probably natural. He used to be. And after all, in his last video, he said that he bulked for 3 straight years. And in comparison, he used to bulk and cut every year. And so if you just continuously bulk for 3 straight years, even though you've been training for over 10 years straight, and you've hardly put on any muscle in the last few years, you can clearly jump and gain 10 plus pounds of muscle in a couple of years just because you're on a bulk. And Christian Guzman, he clickbaits the titles. My anabolic transformation, of which he doesn't talk about anabolics. He just says, hey, I bulked for 3 years. And the next one, time to address this, my rapid muscle gain, of which he doesn't address it, other than to show his measurements now after doing an extreme cut in an extreme deficit where he stripped away all the fat. Compares his bulked up physique at his biggest, shows his measurements then, shows his stripped down, literally measurements now, where he's depleted, and says, look, my measurements are all smaller. Doesn't address being natural, doesn't address being not natural. So in other words, doesn't address it at all. Just says, my measurements when I was at my heaviest, fattest, was this big, and now that I'm shredded, it's smaller. So see? And so what do people think? Oh, see, he's proving he's natural. After all, he said he bulked for 3 years straight, put on all the muscle because of that, and, well, his measurements got smaller. And so if your arms get smaller, you're probably natural, right? Of course not. And so who do you think is worse? My personal opinion, Christian Guzman. And you can like him as much as you want. Good looking guy, businessman, well like everyone loves Christian Guzman. However, he is in fact a fake natty. And so you don't get to pick and choose which fake natties you like and don't like. Mike O'Hearn, lifetime natural. How many people actually believe that? Not many, and you know why? Because he's jacked huge, bigger than most people, even those who take PDs. Christian Guzman, not as big as Mike O'Hearn. And so you're thinking, well, he's not that big, he's not that massive, so I think he gets the benefit of the doubt. And so the problem is, the people of the world, they have no idea what PDs can actually do. The majority of people who were to take PDs would never get as much muscle nor look as good as Christian Guzman. That's with PDs. With them. But you're thinking, no, he's not that impressive. Are you kidding me? Try it yourself. Diet down 6% body fat, hardly getting any sleep, stressed out. I don't care if you've been training 10 plus years or more. Chances are you'll end up 150 pounds or less. Oh, it's so easy. 180 pounds is not that big. I mean, look, he's not that big. Cross-strided triceps, delts exploding. Are you kidding me? And so just because he doesn't look like an IB pro, that he's not as big as Chris Bumstead, doesn't mean he's natural. If you really want to know if somebody's a fake natty, you have to look at their progress from year to year. If you start training when you're a teenager, and you've been training hard for 10 years, you're not suddenly going to put on a bunch of muscle. I don't care if you've been bulking for 3 years straight. And so the amount of muscle that he's put on over the last 3 years, significant. It's not like he just started training, had newbie gains. The closer you get to your natural genetic limit, the harder it is to put on muscle. Christian Guzman, with 10 plus years of hard training, was near or at his natty genetic limit, and then suddenly put on over 10 pounds of muscle. And so what I don't like is this gives false representation of what you can do natural. If you've been training natural for 10 plus years, you're gonna think, well, if I just bulk straight for 3 years, I probably could put on 10, 15 pounds of muscle. And then when you try it and you don't, you're gonna think, what did I do wrong? Probably didn't train hard enough. I didn't dedicate myself the way Christian Guzman did, because he put on 10, 15 pounds. And so I should be able to do the same thing. And so the people of the world following Christian Guzman who are training natural, they're going to get discouraged. When they discover that they can't do what he did, you're going to be discouraged. Oh, I may as well give up. I didn't gain any muscle. No point in training. Knowledge is power, and I'd rather have people understand the true abilities that they do in fact possess. Rather than pretending that you can put on 10 or 15 pounds of muscle after 10 hard years of training when you're natural, I'd rather people know it's going to be hard. You can train as hard as you want, but you're not going to put on 10, 15 pounds of muscle, especially when you're not sleeping right, in a high calorie deficit, and struggling to get in your training. Have you followed him? He can barely finish a workout. Takes him 3 hours to complete a normal workout. He has to rest so long between sets, he's exhausted. He has to lead up and relax his body to conserve energy to fill up a glass of water. And so let me know in the comments section, who's worse? Bradley Martyn, who says lifetime natural in a post, and then later comments a laughing, crying face, of which hardly anyone sees. Or Christian Guzman, who makes clickbait videos saying he's going to address the situation, how he put on all this muscle, and then says, oh, it's from bulking, and look, I didn't actually get that much bigger because my arms are smaller. Look at my legs, they've shrunk some. And so he's pretending to be natural. He's not saying he's natural. He's not saying he's natural. He's just giving excuses as to why he's natural without addressing it. And so to me, lying, being a fake natty, no different than Mike O'Hearn and the rest of them. For a free training program as well, that's right, click the link in the description. It's free. What do you have to lose? Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching, Greg Doucette IP Pro. And of course, the freaking cookbooks, you can get those. The Circle Diet Book, Life's Work, How to Lose Weight, Keep It Off, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, phone consults. And until next time, I am out. Answer in the comments section. I'm so mad. Why? Christian Guzman, he makes a video. Let's talk about this, how I put on all this muscle. Let's finally address this. So I'm like, oh, he's freaking gonna do it. He's gonna admit that he's fake natty, and then he doesn't.